Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. Today we're back in the kitchen. We're gonna be doing some freezer cooking. I'm gonna do some lazy lasagna. Let me just kind of read off this. I'm gonna do some lazy lasagna. Gonna make some meatballs, meatloaf. I'm gonna cook some ground beef for tacos and chili. You can come on over. And I'll be doing some waffles most likely too, and make Jeff some sausage biscuits, but those are not for the freezer, those are just for the refrigerator because he's getting up early to go to work, and that way he'll have something. I'm gonna fill up my little coffee pods, and I'm planning on doing some shells and cheese with that sauce that I used for the manicotti, because I ate that and I didn't have heartburn. Now the lazy lasagna, I'm just gonna make it for Jeff and Noah, but it'll be for like 2 nights. And let's see, if I add anything to it, I'll let you know, but that's the deal for now, or the plan for now. I'm going to be using these. We bought them a long time ago from Sam's, a big pack. We use them for like smoking things and for like Boston butts and stuff. Can't put ribs in there, but anyway, for Boston butts and for freezer cooking and for stuff like that. I have a pot on the stove with water for the noodles. I have 2 types of elbow macaroni. I don't care if it's elbow. We got some meat sauce from Aldi. He's got one of the packs of ground beef, and we still haven't finished this completely, but he's working on it. I helped a little bit, scratched my stove, and I need to take out some cream cheese because I use cream cheese in my lazy lasagna instead of ricotta or cottage cheese. We accidentally figured that out, that we liked it, because we didn't have any of the other, and I thought, why not, let's try it. And Noah seemed to like it better. We do have some ricotta, but I'm going to use that for the shells and cheese. So he's gonna also cut some of this up into like hamburger size, like hamburger steak or something. I'm not gonna show him doing that part. He's just gonna, you know, slice it down. We have 2 of those. That was a fast that I went by. We have 2 of those, so we gotta process all of it tonight. So he's gonna do some of that while I'm over here cooking just ground beef for different meals. So I'm gonna get started and just show you as I go. Probably let you hear some music, and if I feel like I need to tell you what I'm doing, I will do that. Okay, so I'm just gonna let this cook through and get browned. I'm not gonna make y'all sit there and watch that the whole time. And then I'm gonna go ahead and move over here. I have all of this stuff sitting over here. I'm gonna come over here, set y'all up, and start making the meatloaves and the meatballs. That way I can have everything going at one time, and hopefully it won't take a long time to do it. I should have said it was like 7:10 or so whenever we started. I'm going to try to kind of time us to see how long it actually takes, but some of the time is going to be cooking time because I'm going to be cooking the meatballs already, and we have to decide if Jeff and Noah want meatloaf burgers or if they just want meatloaves. That's their job though. They got to decide that part. So I'm going to set y'all up, wash my hands, or yeah, grab some onion and all the other fixings for the meatloaf. So I'll be right back. Okay, so I got my ground beef. Got some onions cut up. And I'm going to put in 2 eggs, some salt and pepper, and crackers, and then some ketchup. Do you want me to put anything else in it? Or just that? Worcestershire, okay. It's actually Worcestershire. We're not going to get all weird about it. Ketchup. And Worcestershire sauce. I can't remember her name, but she says, "Who's your sister sauce?" Why can't I think of her name right now? I just watched her video, but she says, "Who's your sister sauce?" And I started to leave a comment saying, "Oh, which one?" No, that's his sister. Do you want to put mustard in it? Sometimes I do. No. I have put just regular white bread in this. I put crackers, I put oyster crackers, I've done breadcrumbs, I've done flavored crackers, but we have this that needs to be eaten, so, because they've been open for a little bit. Well, they're not as bad as I thought they'd be, but they were going, I thought they were going to be more stale. That's what I'm trying to say. I don't know if that's enough or not, but we'll see. Alright, and get it mixed up. You still hadn't told me if you want me to make meatloaf burgers or meatloaf. Just meatloaf. Alright, do you want me to go ahead and cook it tonight or freeze it raw? Huh? Freeze it raw? Alright. I might have too much onion. Have you seen it? That was what? How many? 4 pounds of meat? Is that what we put? Oh, I was going to take my ring off, but this ring won't matter. It'll be easy to clean off.
Oh, you won't lose it.
That'd be weird. Silicone meatloaf. Salt and pepper. That's what I forgot. I knew I was forgetting something. Come give me some salt and pepper, Jeffrey. I was going to do that before I put my hands in it. You can just grab that mix if you want to. Oh, that's cold. And just put... That's more pepper than salt. Alright, whoa. We want to add some more pepper though. So just grab the pig. Okay. Okay!
That's good for you.
I know it's good for you, and I know you love it, but Noah has to eat this too. And, you know, I do eat meatloaf sometimes, but it's not one of my favorite meals, so I don't eat it very much. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it, and I'm going to just split it down the middle, and I'm going to do it in an odd way, probably to most people, but it's a pretty easy way of storing it. Since he does not want me to cook it tonight, and he does not want burgers out of it, I'm going to just make a loaf in the bag already, like just put it together in the bag. Whenever I take it out of the freezer, sometimes I'll take it out of the freezer and put it straight in the oven and let it cook for a little bit longer. Sometimes I let it thaw in the refrigerator and then cook it for however long it takes. It's just according to what size meatloaf I do, because I do different sizes. I also have a video on my channel about meatloaf. It's a very old one, one that I did, meatloaf burgers, I think. It's very old, like 4 years old or something. Anyway, I'll try to remember to link that. But you can do it different ways. You can go ahead and cook this, which he doesn't want me to, or you can do it the way I'm doing it. So I'm going to wash my hands, get my bags, and be right back. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this half and put it in the bag, and I'll show you. I'm just going to go ahead and just put it in there. Alright. I didn't open this. Can you pull that other side? Then I'm going to put this one in there. I have those little bag holders, but I don't use them. I don't know why. Okay, so now that I have it in the bag, I'm just going to take it and just form it into a little loaf. And then I can take it out and put it in my little pan and cook it. And I do put ketchup on the top once they are cooked. And there's one meatloaf. It's a little odd shaped. It's okay. And then I'm going to do the same thing with this one. This one's a little bigger. You might be a little more hungrier. Okay. But that way you can shape your loaf and put it in the bag. And I have put them in the pans and frozen them that way, but then I didn't have my pan. So that was kind of, you know, not cool. So anyway, whenever I take it out, I will put salt and pepper on the top of it too. But that's 2 meatloaves ready to cook. So I'm going to clean up this area and get to the next thing. Okay, so this is my noodles and my ground beef for my lazy lasagna. I'm popping a couple of the tops of the sauce. And this is not completely room temperature yet. That's alright, because this is super hot. I want this to cool down some, and I want this to melt some. So I'm going to put this in there. And I'm going to put 2 of these because I'm making 2 lazy lasagnas. Now, this is not all of that sauce, or not sauce, sorry. This is not all the noodles. This is about, what, 3/4 of the noodles, Jeff? 2/3 of the noodles? Okay, about 2/3. I'm not good at math. He is. That's why I have him help me with things like that, because I'm not good at it. So, ow. My finger got slippery because it got cheese on it. I should have opened them. I wish it would have made a difference, because my fingers are not slippery for anything except opening that cheese. Alright, so I'm going to get these in there. I'm going to put the sauce in, and then I'm going to put the eggs in after I get that in. And I'm also going to put some Parmesan cheese and some mozzarella cheese. But I'm really wanting to get this cream cheese melted some. So that's kind of why I went ahead and did this. And then I'm going to go get some other things. Plus it'll help the noodles and stuff cool off. But I'm going to let that hang out for a minute. But I just wanted to show y'all what I was doing. Okay, I'm not going to show you because I don't want to move the camera, but Jeff has put some more ground beef, just like we did this, in the pan for tacos and chili. We're going to go ahead and cook it up. That way, whenever we want those meals, we already have what takes the longest done. And then we can put it together and let it simmer and have tacos or chili faster. And it does not take long to cook ground beef, but there might be some days where that you don't have time, and it's better than going to a restaurant or eating something you don't really want. So that is a little bit melted a little more, and I'm gonna put probably, I don't know, a cup or so of this Parmesan. Might be a little more, a little less. I don't really measure with this, and I'm not trying to give y'all like exact recipes. And I want to put a couple of cups of the mozzarella, or a couple handfuls. I think my handful is about a cup, not quite. And then what I'll do, I do put more mozzarella on it after it's done, the last few minutes of cooking time, I do that. So now I've got, where's the front? Italian seasoning. I'm gonna put some of that in. You don't have to do this part, I just like to, because I always put it in lasagna. So now I'm gonna get the eggs. Actually, I want to put the sauce in before I do the eggs. Will you crack these 2 eggs for me? Into that board. I want to see if I need all 4 jars of sauce. I may only need 3. And I always put a little bit of water in my jars and shake them up. Yeah, I put eggs in it. Why? Why are you confused? You didn't know I put eggs in lasagna? Look, have you ever watched me cook lasagna or lazy lasagna? Happy? Okay. Alright, that's the water and whatever remnants I could get out from the other. And then I'm going to stir that up, and we'll see if I need more sauce. Probably will, at least one more, but we'll see. I don't know. Jeffrey, what do you think? I don't think we need any more sauce. And yes, I put egg in it. It's a binder. At least that's what I've always heard. I don't think it needs any more sauce. I think that's plenty. Alright, so now I've got it all mixed together, and I'm going to grab my pans and I'm going to spray them down and pour this in. Can you grab me another one because I have sauce on my hand? Please and thank you. Oh, I got sauce on my counter. Oh no. Alright, so I'm just going to show you one of them because you don't have to see both of them. Woo, I got it on my hand. It's a messy process. I may show you the other one, I don't know. But I try to get it about the same. How's that look, Jeffrey? Look.
You know, this making me hungry again.
You just ate. I just cooked a meal.
I'm hungry again.
I got sauce on the cooking spray. I gotta clean it off now. I think I did anyway. Just got it on that. Oh my goodness. I don't normally do this filming. Alright. How could you be hungry again? I am still full. That's why I did it now. And you're just thinking you'll be having a midnight snack later. Oh yeah, that's right. You gotta go to work early. Alright, so now what I'll do is let them cool off some. Oop, I didn't get all that cheese mixed in. Oh boy, that's a big chunk. Nobody will care. It'll melt in. We'll put it in the bottom. Nobody will know. This one looks like it has a little bit more than that one. So let's share some love. Alright, so what I do, because these are not the kind that comes with the tops, I will take and cover them with saran wrap, and then I'll cover them with heavy duty foil And then I'll cover them with saran wrap again, and I will freeze them that way. That way I don't have to worry about them getting freezer burned, which they don't have that much time. And I also am going to put labels on them so we'll know what's in that pan, and I'll show you those labels too. But I gotta wash my hands, they're a mess. Okay, so with this I'm going to make some more meatballs. I have some in the freezer, but I'm going to make some more. This is 4 pounds of ground beef, and I'm just gonna, I don't know, I'm not gonna make it exactly like I normally do. Even though I do have a recipe on my channel, I'll link it down below. I'm gonna make it a little bit different because I'm not gonna put as many eggs in it as I normally do. I'm just gonna do it this way. So I'm gonna put in 2 eggs, normally it's 4. I'm gonna tell you the recipe because this is my recipe. And just pretend that this is 2 pounds of ground beef. So 2 pounds of ground beef, 2 eggs. I thought I had it cracked. Maybe not. Okay, I'm gonna throw this away, wash my hands. This right here is the first batch of ground beef that Jeff cooked up. And now he's doing some more. How many total are you doing? 6 pounds of ground beef for chili, for tacos. If we want to take it out and use it for sloppy joes, we can. Just whatever. We already have it ready to go. So, makes it easy. I'm just going to grind some black pepper in here. But normally, it would be a teaspoon of black pepper per pound. So, it'd be 2 teaspoons. More or less. It's according to how much you like. Or if you're a Jeffrey. Jeffrey will put 2 gallons probably in because he absolutely loves black pepper. Y'all saw him with a meatloaf, right? He just kept going even though I told him it was enough. I remember my younger sister asking one time if he wanted some grits with his pepper because it looked like this part right here, just pepper on top of his grits. Okay, I had to stop. Woo, that pepper. No, that's not why I had to stop. But I had to stop because my alarm was going off for me to take my medicine. Okay, so a 1/4 teaspoon of salt per pound. This is 4 pounds, but pretend it's 2. But I'm going to put the total amount. Actually, I probably should put some more pepper in there. I'll just put the recipe down below so y'all can see it and y'all know that it's, you know, the right thing. How much you're supposed to do. And then some Italian seasoning. This is 1 tablespoon per pound. And Italian seasoning has oregano, marjoram, thyme, basil, rosemary, and sage in it. That's what this one from Sam's had. It's the Tony's brand. We really like that one. It's pretty good. And then I want some onion powder. It's also the Members Mark from Sam's. And it's 1 teaspoon per pound. And I do have my oven preheated because I'm going to cook these. I always cook these before I freeze them. I don't do that with other things. I don't have to, but I just choose to. And then this is some garlic seasoning. It's Johnny's garlic spread. I get it from Costco, but we decided not to get Costco membership anymore, so I don't know what I'm gonna do when I run out. I have another jar. Oh no, I'm fixing to run out of this one. There's 1 teaspoon per pound. I might as well put the rest of that in there. Alright, so we gotta get a new jar. And then a 1/3 cup of grated Parmesan and a 1/3 cup of grated, or a 1/3 cup of breadcrumbs. I'm just gonna, oh dear, I'm gonna have to get some more Parmesan. This is a 1/2 cup measure. And I do have these measuring spoons in my Amazon store. And it's not my, oh goodness, that is all kind of, you know, they put stuff in there to stop it from doing, I'm going to just put it all in there because it's probably the right amount for all of that. But anyway, they put stuff in there so it doesn't do that. It still does that. Alright, and then breadcrumbs is the same. The oven is preheated to 350. I am going to kind of measure these because you don't want too many of them. I'm going to do like 3/4 cup. Is that right? No, that's not. 3 1/3 is 1 1/3.
3 1/3.
No, 4 1/3. 4 1/3. 4 1/3 is 1 1/3. It's 4 1/3. I'm not mathing right. I'm not mathing good at all. I'm just gonna put a little bit more. Oh goodness. There was nothing left. Okay, so we can throw these two things away. We gotta buy some more breadcrumbs. And I took this out, but it was the wrong kind of Parmesan cheese. So I do the same thing I did with my meatloaf. I just squish it up, mix it together, and then after I get it all mixed, I do meatballs. I've shown y'all this before. I make the meatballs. I cook them in the oven at 350 until they're done, about 25-30 minutes. But I make them about golf ball size. And after I cook them, he's over there eating some meat. What you eating ground beef for? You're not supposed to be eating the meat right now. Anyway, after I need to do more eggs. I'm gonna have to put the other eggs in here. Can you get me another egg? Because my hands are too bad. I'm gonna have to put the other egg. Go ahead and grab the 2. I will make it correctly. 2. I need to make it correctly anyway. It might not taste right if I don't. I'm sure it will. But it may not hold together properly if I don't. Oh, banging the counter. Anyway, what was I saying? I don't know. You mix it together. Cook it at 350 to 25-30 minutes. Let them cool off. Put them, I can't pour, well I could have poured that. Let them cool off. Put them in Ziploc bags, however much you need for one meal. In each bag, I use quart-size bags, and I put about 16 to 20 in each bag. And you can eat them in spaghetti or whatever you want. This is just Italian meatballs or whatever, you know. They got Italian seasoning in them, so we're going to call them Italian. Meatball sandwich, meatball sub, whatever you want. So I'm going to finish mixing this together, and then I'm going to make the meatballs. I've shown y'all how to do it, and I'm going to go ahead and get them in the oven. I'll show you how many pans I get. Oh, I also line my pans with parchment. Okay, so we ended up with 48 meatballs. I'll show you those once they are out of the oven. I'm not going to worry about the saran wrap this time. I'm just going to put this heavy duty foil on there. And I'm just going to put a couple layers. That way, let me stop. That way, whenever I take it out of the freezer, I don't have to worry about unwrapping it and taking the foil off and getting the saran wrap out from under it, because you can't cook it with saran wrap on it. So I'm just going to do the foil. Then I got these little freezer labels from the Goodwill a long time ago. You can use freezer tape. You can use all kind of things, which these labels come with little tips of what you can keep or how long you can keep things. But anyway, I'm gonna move that over. I'm gonna put in, I'm not gonna worry about filling all of this stuff out because I don't know when it expires. But we did it on, what is this, today is the, why don't it work? It's today's date. the 4th. So 4, 4, 22. And we'll eat it way before it goes bad. I just got these because they were cheap. And they're cute, but mainly because they were cheap and they're freezer labels. So they should stay on there, and then we'll know what this is. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap up the other one, and I'm going to show you everything we have so far so that we can get it in the freezer. Okay, so here are the meatballs. There's 48 of those. I think that's what I said. No, 84. There's 84. I knew I was doing something wrong because there's 42 on each one. So that's 84, right? Yeah, that's 84. 84 of those. And then there's several meals for like tacos, chili, stuff like that. We're not putting it in bags yet because it's still got to cool some more. We may just go ahead and put it in bags and let it cool a little bit. But we'll see. Anyway, I don't know how many meals we're going to have of that. I'll put it on the screen. 2 lazy lasagnas. Some extra noodles for like whenever they do chili. They like to have noodles. So cooking extra on accident was a good thing. And then 4 meals of burgers or hamburger steak, whichever one, and 2 meatloaves. So that's 2, let's see, that's 6, 7, 8 over here. 8 meals over here. I'm going to try to remember how many we have and put it on the screen, or maybe tell you what. Well, yeah, this will be more than 1 meal. 4 meals? Yeah, because it's just Jeff and Noah eating that. I will add it up how much meals and all that stuff, and I'll try to tell you. What is that? I am all kind of red. Amber alert. Yours went away. Go check mine. Alright, so I'm going to write down how many meals we get out of each thing. So Jeff said 4 in the meatloaf, 2 of that. I'll write it all down, and I'll try to give y'all an estimate of how much we spent too, because that's important, especially nowadays. But I'll show you the meatballs whenever they're done, and the other packets whenever they're done. And I'm going to do the rest of the stuff tomorrow by myself. But I'll show you that before I'm done. Oh, and I wanted to tell you, the way that I put these in the freezer is we put like a pan over one of them so they don't squish each other until they're frozen. And once they're frozen solid, we take the pan out. That's the way we do it, like a baking sheet. Okay, so this is the ground beef that he cooked. We have 2 for chili, 2 for tacos, and 1 that we're having sandwich this week, so it's already going to be ready for us to have. So that'll be easy because we just open up again, and there we go. We can put it together and heat it through. We're just going to stick that one in the refrigerator. The rest of them will go in the freezer, and we'll have 5 bags of meatballs. 4 of the bags will have 16 meatballs in it, and 1 of them will have 20, so that's a bonus night. But I will see you guys tomorrow, which will actually be still today because you're going to see this all in one day. But I will be, my tomorrow, your today. I will see you, and I will do the waffles, the coffee, and the sausage biscuits. And I think, I don't know if I'm going to do the shells and cheese this week because I don't know if we have space in the freezer for it. And that's something that, what are you thinking about? Let it cool off some more? Oh, okay. Anyway, I don't know if we have space in the freezer, and that's something that doesn't require meat, and I don't have to do that right now. But if I did that, I would have to make the sauce and everything. That's something I can eat too. So, I'll see you in a second. Okay, as you can see, it's the next day, and, or I guess you can see that. I got on different clothes. Actually the same kind of dress, just different color, a little bit different style. Doesn't matter. I'm about to do my coffee, but first I wanted to tell you about last night's stuff. It took about 1.5 hours to do all of the things that we did, and I had told y'all how much we had gotten, but then we kind of thought about it. A lot of those meals, or some of those meals, are going to have like 2 days worth of meals. So it'd really technically be 4 days of lazy lasagna, because like I said, leftovers on purpose, we do that. So 4 days of lazy lasagna, 2 days of tacos, 2 days of chili, plus leftovers for like Jeff and Noah afterwards. And actually it's probably about 4 days of chili, because once you add on the beans and all that stuff, like they have chili cheese fries, or they just have more chili the next day, stuff like that. We got 5 things of meatballs, which Noah did eat 4 of the meatballs whenever he got home from work. So we ended up with 16 in each bag. 4 meatloaves, 4 meals of meatloaf, but 2 loaves. 4 meals of burgers, 1 of manwich, which is what we're gonna eat tomorrow, because it's our tomorrow, not your tomorrow, but we're eating it tomorrow because we have an eye appointment late in the afternoon, so that we could go after Jeff gets off work, and we wanted a quick meal. So 22 meals, that's about how many? Possibly more, like if you think about Jeff may be able to take some for lunch, stuff like that. And that's 22 meals, and we spent about $40 on the ground beef. That's just the ground beef part. We spent a couple dollars on noodles, a little bit on cheese, and seasonings. And then, of course, we'll have to add in things like the beans for the chili, and the things for the tacos, like tortillas and salsa and vegetables, you know, for like lettuce. I always eat a taco salad, so it's always lettuce, gotta have. And then like sides and stuff like that. So probably $55 to $60, and that's 22 plus meals for my family. I think that's okay. I think that's pretty good. But like I said, an hour and a half the first day with prepping everything, and actually everything but, well, the lazy lasagna is already, everything is cooked. It just has to be heated through like you would a lasagna you get from a regular grocery store. So I'm gonna move in a little bit more and cut my head off. I've shown you guys this before, where that I do my coffee pots. This is the lid to my mason jar that I keep my coffee in, and then I have this, which is my pods. Now, if I was opening a new thing of coffee, I would take that one out and put it on top. But since it's the same exact coffee, and this has been sealed just like the other, I'm not gonna worry about it. I got these little pods, most of them from Amazon. They are linked in my Amazon store. It's not a store where I sell things, it's a store with things that I like that I have purchased from Amazon. But all I do is just fill it up, and that way, one, this saves money because the little pods cost more than this, and 2, I get to have the kind of coffee that I desire. And because I couldn't, like, it's hard for me to find the kind that I want, the brand and everything, in the pods. I could find them. I found them once at Publix, but I think that's the only time I found them. So let's just say, I don't know how long it's taken me so far. Let's just say about, it's been less than a minute since I started, but it only takes just a couple minutes to finish this out. Now this one I got from Walmart. It was one of the first ones I got. I got like 6 of these, and then I found the ones on Amazon. And something that you need to know about the Amazon, or any of them at all. I had bought another pack of these from Walmart, and I thought that they were the right size, but they weren't. You have to, they're too big around. The circumference or whatever, diameter, or is it circumference, diameter? Anyways, the roundness is too round, it's too big. So anyway, I got some from Walmart because they were on clearance. Turned out they were the wrong size. They were too big for my Keurig. And since they were on clearance, I couldn't take them back. So that was wasted money. So I learned from that to make sure, I mean, they were only a couple dollars, but still. If I find somebody that can use them, I'll give them to them. But I learned from that to make sure that I get the kind that's for my Keurig. You can find out which Keurig you have. It should be somewhere on your machine. I don't know where all they put it, so I'm not going to try to tell you. But I've used a lid here to make sure that, well, one, I don't make a mess, and I can just throw that back into my big jug here. And if you don't know, this is a coffee scoop. It's made for coffee. Noah just sent me a message, I'm sure. But it is for coffee. But if you don't have one, like, let's see. I don't know if it says on there. Let's see. It says on there, but you can't really see it very well. But it says something about coffee. It says, actually, I had it upside down. Standard coffee cup measure. That's what it says on the back. But if you don't have one of these, it is 1/8 cup or 29.5 milliliters. Now you know how much you need for a cup of coffee, at least to fill up a Keurig. And people say you need one of these for each cup, 1 scoop. All right, and I'm almost done. I've got one more that will fit. I can't fit all that I own in this jar. If I could, I would fill up all of them. But I think it's 14 I have in here. Let's see. 3, 6, 9, 12, 14, yes. But I can put 14 pods in there, so that means I have 14 days of coffee ready to go. So that's 2 weeks. Or, unless, I mean, that's if I'm the only one drinking it. If Jeff is drinking it too, it's less. Or if I drink more than 1 cup. And now I have a tiny bit of a mess, because I always make a mess a little bit. But not much of a mess. And I'm going to put all this stuff away. Find out what Noah said. Keep cooking supper. And I'll get to you whenever I do the next thing. Now the granola is all in there, and I can throw away those bags. Less space that it takes up. This is weird. Hey guys, so I was trying to wait till the air conditioner went off to finish up this video. I'm not going to be doing any more of the freezer cooking for this video because my eyes look wild. Okay, anyway, I'm getting distracted by my crazy hair because it's wet, rainy weather, and, you know, curly hair does crazy things. Anywho, I'm not going to do any more of it because, one, this video's already going to be a little bit longer. Well, not long, because I'm going to edit it and stuff. But two, I really ran out of time, and the stuff that I'm going to be making can wait till next week. So, the waffles and the sausage biscuits weren't going in the freezer anyway, but Jeff said he wanted to wait till next week either way. The waffles, the shells and cheese, it was like the manicotti, but it was the other. I'm going to make the sauce like I did from the manicotti recipe. And the steak, I'm going to do that. I'm going to go ahead and grill it and have it ready. And I'll probably add something else to it since those are the only other things. But I want to make peanut butter waffles and regular waffles to have in the freezer, and that takes a long time. And I just ran out of time this week. Everything else was more important. Honestly, that's just how it went. But we got the big part. We got the part that I really wanted to get done. We got all that ground beef done. We got, oh, what was it? We got like 22 meals because, you know, some of it is leftovers on purpose. And Jeff came up with the number because he counts his lunch as a meal too. But he'll be taking some lunches, but it's actually 22 plus because we will have leftovers of some of those things. But yeah, I'm not going to do any more for this video. I did do the coffee, and I showed y'all how I do Noah's granola. It is all Noah's granola because he's the only one that eats it. Every once in a while I eat a little bit, but I'm just not a cereal person much. And I know granola's not normal cereal, but I'm just not a cereal person much. Don't shoot me if you are. We all have our things. I used to be, but I'm just not now. So that's all for this video. I hope you guys did enjoy what you saw, and I kind of wanted to just come on here and say sometimes all your plans don't get done at one time, but that's okay. You can do it later with most situations, and this is a situation where I can. I also really need to go in and move things around in my freezer, the one that I'm putting this stuff in, because things have gotten a little chaotic in there, so I may do that. And if I decide to film it, you'll see it. If I don't, then I won't. Then you won't. We won't. I won't see it either. Well, I'll see the actual let me stop talking, okay? I'll see you guys next time. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you get some inspiration from this. Go ahead, whenever you find really good deals on food, on like meats and stuff, go ahead and buy it if you have it in your budget, and make it ahead. That ground beef, I think it was $1.90 a pound. There's no way I'm passing up on that. Also, something else I noticed with this, usually the 73 whatever 27 I think is what it is. I think that's what we had. It was one of the more fatty ground beefs. It didn't cook like a fatty ground beef. It was more like a ground, well, I think it was ground chuck, but it was more like a less fatty one. It didn't have a lot of grease in it, so that was a bonus because that meant less cooked away. So I'll see you guys next time. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, go ahead and hit the like button. If you like my channel, go ahead and hit the subscribe button and the bell so you'll be notified whenever I upload. Also, leave me a comment down below. Do you do freezer meals, cook-aheads, whatever you want to call them? Just whatever. Do you do those things? And remember, don't take any wooden nickels, and be sweet.